Gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Warframe. Today is going to be a special day. I'm going to be telling you guys, the new players, because I got out of the new player category, well, basically when I got to Mastery rank 6. That's at least what I think. But basically, today I'm going to be telling you what weapons Warframe should you start out with in the game. And I have some opinions on that. So, let's go down into my basement here. And let's first show off the first Warframe. I actually own this Warframe. So this is good. The best starter Warframe, and this is also to clear the star chart, but remain that you can unlock them under rank 5 and rank 3. Rhino. Rhino is the first on this list because you're able to unlock the star chart with little to no modding. His Rhino Charge, Rhino Charge is useful. It gives you a kind of a way to get around, and at lower levels do some serious damage. Rhino Skin gives Rhino some serious tanking ability at higher levels and gives him an extra shield, so you can even go through a mission with 0% damage taken, which is amazing. Roar, when you're in a team setting, is good because in the range around you, everyone gets affected by Roar. Rhino Stomp. Rhino Stomp, when you stomp, is now recastable, so after the time runs out and they all fell down, you can stomp again. Makes his for very crowd control-y. And let me just look at how I'll mod him, and I'm going to use a different config because this is for if you have, I guess, better mods. So this doesn't have an Orkin reactor on it, so this is good. Most of them I will try to stay within the Orkin catalyst section. Basically, the first thing you want is steel fiber, as high as you can possibly get it, because mine's just 80%. But basically, what this does is this affects your Rhino Skin actually. So if we look at Rhino Skin without it, it's now got 2055 ferrite armor. Now if I go in here and take off steel fiber, I need to go to the back of my Warframe mods to set it there. It was 2044. It's down to 1674. So that's a pretty good chunk of damage that you'll be not being able to take. So you want that. Next thing, this guy has a Forma on him. Oh, I won't use that slot. You want Flow. Flow will give you, actually no, you don't want Flow, you want Streamline. Because Streamline will give you power efficiency, and power efficiency is life in these situations, and makes him really useful, I'd say. After you want power efficiency, you can either get Intensify, if you want your Rhino, if you're focusing on Rhino Skin, because that brings it up, Rhino Skin up to, it gives it 670 something more stuff, and it increases the damage of all your stuff. So the damage multiplier, you get 65%, and that just kind of relatively boosts his all abilities. But if you want more crowd control, you should switch it out for continuity, because continuity is, if you look at abilities, it makes it so, one, your roar will be 39 seconds instead of whatever it was before, and your Rhino Stomp will be 10 seconds of them floating in air, which is more than enough to kill quite a lot of people. Now I'm gonna use this loadout because I'm gonna show you. Also, Rhino, you need to be Mastery rank 3, I believe, to get him, and you get him from, I believe, Fossa on Venus. If you don't know, the Jackal boss. If that's not correct, it's the Jackal boss. I'm just gonna do a run of him and show you what you kind of can do, and I'm actually gonna switch this back over to here, to my my Rhino loadout. I'm gonna switch to an Excal, because I want to use show you kind of how to beat him with an Excal. The Penta. Oh no, never mind. That's not the weapon we want. This is a Mastery Rank 6 weapon. I'm only going to use a Mastery Rank 3. So, the weapon you want to use if you're going to fight, I mean, going to higher levels, and to clear the star chart. The Latron. Picking a primary weapon is really hard, because there is one secondary weapon that is amazing, and there's this primary weapon, which is okay. So why I picked the Latron is because it has good puncture damage, so you never have to worry about Gurneer. You just put a Serration mod on here and you'll be fine. And you may be asking, well, your impact and your slash damage aren't very good. Well, slash, if you're going up against, what are they called, infested, that's when that really comes into play, and you should be using, what's it called? You should be using fire mods, because that will increase your damage to infested. Now, if you are battling Corpus, and you want some good damage, I suggest you, use cold, electric, or toxin damage, or viral, yeah. And those will give you the most shield, kind of tear down, and yeah, I understand that shields aren't that good, but if you really want to focus on shields, use the Karak, even though I've used the Karak, and it is pretty good. It's good at taking down shields. Secondary weapons now. Secondary weapon, what you should be using is, what's it called? The, where is it? The Lex. The Lex is an easy to get weapon because it runs off of credits. You can get them with credits. And you may be thinking, well then why don't I get the Sicarus? Don't get the Sicarus. Don't do it. Don't do it. It might be cheaper, just don't do it. Or this, don't do it. This, don't do it. This, don't do it. This, do it. The reason why is this is like the, it's kind of like a Desert Eagle. It will kill anything you point at. I mean, and you may be thinking, well, shoot slow. You won't need to shoot slow when stuff is already dead. My only foreseeable problem is once again slash and impact, which is kind of a trend with these builds. But, I don't know. The Lex, basically what you want to do is do the same thing as you're doing with the Latron. You put impact damage and slash damage on it. That'll make it amazing. Yeah, so let's move on to the next. Let me find it. Where is it? Orthos. The reason why I say the Orthos is because it's got good slash damage for what it takes to build it. And it gives you quite good attack speed too. And it's a long range, you're able to hit multiple targets quickly. And this is what makes it kind of really a solid, dependable weapon. It's got a long range, good, very good speed, and it just makes it absolutely amazing, and some good damage to go with it. And it allows you to get into that longer range. You might be thinking, well, the Broken Wars, it's a mass, you're able to get the Broken War as soon as you enter the game. And my, saying to you is you're not going to get the Broken War, I promise you. Until you're quite deep into you're like halfway through the star chart, that's when you have the ability to get Broken War. I wouldn't do it personally. I'd get the Orthos and keep using it because I used it for quite some time, and it is a pretty good, it's a good weapon. So that was my kind of, that was my kind of review, and Also, I found another game that I'm going to play. I'm going to be playing, what's it called? I'm going to be playing, I forgot its name. I'm going to be playing Heroes of the Storm, yeah. Because I found it, my friend showed me it while I was at a thing for our, I don't know what to call it, like a LAN party for our school, because our school's cool that way and they put on LAN parties. But yeah, with this you can use the MK1 Bratton, and I suggest you upgrade it completely and put more puncture damage on it and get serration on it for this. I'm going to be using the Boltor Prime just to make this a ton easier on me. For this, you can really use any sidearm. Because why I chose the Lex is a reliable sidearm, and it's very good in that sense. But if you're just going to be doing this really quickly, you can get the Lex pretty early on in the game, which makes it pretty dang good considering it's freaking beast mode. And you can just use the Skana for this, but I'm going to be, where's the Skana? Skana. You can just use the Skana for this, and it should be perfectly fine. Now, I'm going to be using Excalibur to show you some of the abilities. Now, he is not max rank, but I do have an Origin Catalyst on him already because I love him. And if you want to see my mods, I got Energy Siphon, Redirection, Intensify, Flow, Streamline, Rush, Stretch. Just to kind of boost, all around boost my abilities. So let's go. And this is how you get the Rhino blueprints, and we'll see. So I said it was on Venus, and it was Fossa. Yes, and it's the Jackal of Fascination on Venus Fossa. Normally there'll be people running this because a lot of lower level players love to run this, just because Rhino's such a, he's a really good person, a really good frame to clear the star chart because of his 2 and his 4. His 3 is good if you're in, if you just want to point and kill everything. I'm thinking,
do not dismiss
why
the
do I
Jackal
want
as
to
just another
bring
Corpus
a
Proxy?
puncture weapon?
This will be unlike any enemy you have faced yet.
Well, the reason why is because,
They spotted you.
the reason why you want to bring a puncture weapon is because the Jackal is not like most Corpus. He's basically in puncture damage. And a lot of the time people will just run through this and just be like, okay. And there's the Jackal. And there's a trick to this boss, which I'll show you. You might want, actually, now that I think about it, yes, you want, what's it called? You do want a shield killing weapon on your turret. And most of the time people will just run through this, and it makes them,
Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field.
so I'm just running through
Walkers
here.
incoming.
Most people go through
Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field.
Now, your weapons will not be doing this much damage if you have a modded assembly minus. Okay, here's the Jackal. So basically, all your teammates have to be here when it starts, just because of reasons. And I don't know, that guy's a bolt, so he'll take a while. So with this boss, what I suggest you do is he will slam the ground, and as soon as it starts, you want to get away.
You've located the VIP. Time to go to work.
And you want to shoot blades. Blades are what you want to do that first. Will feel. Like, see, you slam the ground. Basically, what you want to do is you want to jump over there. And if I can, be able to get his arms down. Blades. There we go. His leg's down. Now you can go up and just nail him in the face. But you want to get his leg first. There we go. I found the It seems like a lot of Excalibur's abilities don't use the hook on this guy. He just wants to keep tearing down his leg. Oh, those rockets, I do not know quite how to avoid them. I think you just kind of have to dodge them. Down, and the thing about him is the higher like movement you have, the harder it is to take out. Now you can possibly use exalted blade with him, but it's not recommended because it's kind of
locked out. Let's override this
you keep moving forward, and it's not that good of a ability. What the heck is going on with that person? I think I fixed him.
Breach complete. We're free to proceed. Alarms successfully hacked. The location
On the way
is
out,
returning to
you
normal
might want
security
to.
levels. Doors are locked. Time to break
You might
in.
want to do this. You might want to blade dance out. Just be careful
Override
of the
complete.
windows.
Move on.
Dang it.
Alarms reset.
I mean, especially if you have power efficiency. This is just, you can do this forever. Just absolutely kill everything. And my sword is the bane of all Porcus because I have magnetic damage on it. Alright. Oh, dude! That was not a good situation to be in. That was not a fun situation. That's how you do it.
Target down.
And every time you
Assassination
do, you have a
contract complete.
chance of
Great
getting
work,
Rhino
Tenno.
chassis, Rhino systems, and Rhino helmet. And you have to be Mastery Rank 3 to get the primary blueprint. So I think it would be good if you go through and you get all the parts before you're Mastery Rank 3. And then when you do become Mastery Rank 3, like, I think you'll have to buy something before that point and get it before you're able to be in Mastery Rank 3. But basically, if you build it by going in here now and pull out Rhino chassis, Metamorphic Ferret, Rubido, yeah, that's right. And voila, there you go, you have it. And I have a ton of stuff in here. Don't worry about all that stuff. You won't have this many blueprints. Basically, that's how you kind of do it. You probably won't have the Boltor Prime, so that boss fight would probably be a lot harder. But there's a ton of people constantly doing it, so you should find people who are doing it and have the good weapons like this, and they should be able to do well. And that's sort of it. That was like my why am I looking at my chroma mods? That was sort of it. No, stop looking at my chroma mods. That was sort of it. You want a Rhino, the Latron, the Lex, and the Orthos. Those are the three most reliable weapons. And if you want to see, you know, you might be thinking, well, you're talking horribly. None of those weapons, you know, are good. Well, I played Excalibur the most because I played him a ton. So the primary weapons, what I've done, I've done the Boar, the Boltor Prime, the Dread, the Heck, which you want that as soon as you become Master Rank 4. That's a good shotgun. The Karak, I've used the Karak and the Latron, which are the two contenders for my primary weapon choices, because The rest of them are just kind of horrible. They're very, very horrible. And for secondary weapon, you want to get, what is it, the Lex. Now, I haven't used my Lex a lot, but it was amazing. When I did, it was amazing. And yeah, and then for melee, you want the Orthos, because I've only had 4 melees. I've had Broken War, Dual Heat Swords. Oh, I've had the Kamas, Fear Axe, Arcana, the Orthos. The Orthos is amazing! Get the dang thing! It's amazing. I'll probably be using this thing a ton. It's getting close. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and also this list did not include any weapon over Mastery Rank 3. Because in Mastery Rank 4, like I said, you get the Heck, and you get a ton of other ones. Mastery Rank 6, you get the Soma, which that's all you need. But basically, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, also, this didn't include clan-built weapons. This is, weapons that you can get in here that are Mastery Rank locked. Like, I looked at all of them. And actually, if you want to know something, the Latron is not Mastery Rank locked. I have a blueprint of the Latron because I am doing it for, I'm holding a blueprint for a friend. The Lex you can buy with credits. And then the melee weapon, the only one where you actually have to be Master Rank 3 to get is the Orthos. And you have to be Master Rank 3 to get Rhino, because he is Master Rank 3 locked. And you do need an Orc Cell, but by the time you are able to get the Latron and all that stuff, you should have Saturn, so Saturn is the prime place to grind for Orc Cells. But thank you guys so much for watching. That was me. This for next track. Okay, I'm gonna start this while I'm signing off. Thank you guys so much. Oh no. Yo. Oh, you lies! I'm gonna do this. Well, but thank you guys so much for watching this video of Warframe. Hope this helped you kind of choose what weapons you want and kind of how to mod them in a lot of those situations, because they are very good in a lot of situations. And if you don't agree with my choice and you have a better weapon for new players under Mastery Rank 5, Mastery Rank 3 that are good for new players, I have some honorable mentions for these weapons. As I'm just doing this, I'll talk. Wow, okay.
Eliminate all corpus threats.
My graphics, my card has died. But, I'll just finish. Honorable mentions the Krakata. The only reason why the Krakata wasn't on the top list is because to make it very, very good, you need critical hit mods, critical chance mods for the rifle, and critical multiplier mods. And those aren't always the best, in my opinion. I got them pretty late when I was, playing the game. Pretty recently I've gotten those. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this helped you in some way learn what stuff. And once again, if you disagree with my choices of best weapons for new players under Mastery Rank 3 that aren't unlocked in a dojo, please say so in the comments. Like, also, another honorable mention for primary was the Karak. An honorable mention for secondary was the Twin Vipers. The only reason I didn't choose them was the Lex was more ammo efficient. And Orthos, that was just me, that was my opinion, what was the best. I haven't actually checked them. And also, I'm excluding primed weapons, because, if so, the Boltor Prime would be at the top of that list. At the very top, because Boltor Prime is unlocked at Mastery Rank 2. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, and goodbye.